Hey y'all, welcome to Story Time with Kelly Willie Rowe. I thought tonight I'd tell you about when me and the wife went to get married. We decided we'd do our wedding at her family reunion. Her mother's maiden name was Little. They were 10 kids. They named all them kids with the last name of Little. Every one of them their first name started with an L. There was Lucius, Leroy, Leonard, Louise, whatever, I can't remember them all, a whole bunch of them and everything, and they had this big little family reunion up in Live Oak and everything. We figured it was a whole bunch of free food and a captive audience and everything, and so we'd save us a lot of money, go up there and get married. So, the year we went, it was a Western theme. Well, I don't know if y'all figured it out yet or not, but I ain't no dang cowboy. I'm a redneck. Well, I let my wife talk me into getting dressed up in all this Western shirt and cowboy boots and cowboy breeches and all this stuff, and we was wearing these darn cap guns and everything. And when it come time for us to come out and go to the wedding and everything, everybody gonna be sitting there watching, and we was gonna ride out on these darn hobby horses. Now, I don't know if y'all know what a hobby horse is. It's a dang broomstick with a little horse head on it. Well, we was gonna ride out there, and at the last minute, my wife decided that it'd be fun if I lassoed her before we went up there. Well, as luck would have it, I got a little bit of practice with lassoing. As a kid growing up, one of the things I'd get out there in the yard and play as a kid was I was a cowboy. And being left-handed, I'd practice that lasso and everything on my little brother. That's before he won the lottery. And we'd get out there and I'd lasso him and everything. So when me and the wife come riding out on our little hobby horses out of our hiding place and all, the theme of the Lone Ranger, Bonanza, or some crap like that was playing, and so we rode out there, and I lassoed her, first shot. Everybody got it, couldn't believe it. Went up there and got married by like her cousin's husband or something. He was a preacher and everything, and then at the end of it, we all pulled out our cap guns, and pow, that was the end of it. Well, my parents came too. It was a big hit with everybody. They thought it was really funny. It's a family reunion because, this is a real redneck type thing where they got a roadkill menu. Somebody picks up the dead critters on the road that ain't rotted and cooks them. And I mean, it's a whale of a show. They boil peanuts and all that. But the night before, when my parents came and everything, we was out there at Motel 6. It's a fine motel. Try it if you get a chance. And my parents was there and everything. And my dad, the aggravated fella that he was having one of them like Alzheimer's moments. And he was out there in the parking lot, carried a little pistol in his pocket all his life, and he was convinced the only people that's supposed to be at that motel is the people that was going to the weddings. So me and the wife had to reel him back in and get him in there and convince him not to flip somebody like a cheese omelet or bust a cap in their ass. But then later on that night before the wedding, we went out to eat. Golden Corral, another fine place. Try it if you get a chance. Well, me and my wife sitting there at my table with my mom and dad and all that, and Mom and Dad get the menu to look at it because we wasn't going to do the buffet. We was going to be high class and eat a la carte. I guess that's how you say it, where you order off the menu. Well, Mom put on her glasses, Dad put on her glasses, and they sitting there and they couldn't get that menu to come in worth a darn. And me and my wife was young then. We didn't wear no glasses. We're sitting there watching them. And they couldn't get that menu to come in right and everything. My mom looked over at my dad looked at my mom, and they pulled them glasses off and they switched them, and then they could read the menu after that. All right. And later on, my mom was sitting there after she ate and everything. She said, "Woo, it's been a while since I checked on at home. Let me check on, make sure everything's fine at home." Well, she gets her big old purse. My mom carried one of them purses. She could carry a watermelon and 2 dead possums in. And she reached in that darn purse and she pulled out what she thought was her cell phone, but it was a damn TV remote from the motel. And she swore up and down, "Well, they're both black, that's why I brought it," and everything. And she had it up to her ear trying to dial it before we all corrected her on it. All right, this pretty much ends up story time with Kelly Willie Rowe tonight. Y'all remember, just try to live long enough to where you can piss on your nuts. Roll Tide.